my advice to you, future nurse and angel on earth, is just because your regimented learning journey at school may come to an end, that's no excuse to stop learning. That's no excuse to stop reading books. That's no excuse to stop traveling and learning about other people and other cultures. There's a theory that I subscribe to is when you're a kid, your childhood feels so long, right? Like you just graduated high school, your childhood feels so long. And then all you hear older people's advice is like, it goes by so fast, right? And the theory is that when you're a kid, every experience is new to you. Every single experience is new, and so your brain processes it. And as we get older, we learn to filter out information that we have already accessed, and if it's not key to our survival, we can filter it out. And so then our days go faster and faster until you blink and you're older. And the only way to slow time down is to remain in a childlike mindset, which means that you have to pay attention to every interaction as if it's never happened before, and force yourself for mental plasticity to keep learning. And that's the best way you can slow down time that I know of. So that's my advice to you. Thank you. Congratulations. Who is the smart guy?
Hello again. So my question is, do you think Adam would completely forgive the Winchesters, not just anything, but all the Winchesters in general, or that's a wound that will never fully heal entirely?
I like to think he already has. I don't think Adam is someone who holds grudges, and I think the time spent in the cage gave him a lot of perspective and reflecting. I felt like kind of quite at peace playing him. I felt like he had a pretty good view and grasp on the world and how it works. And Michael was the one that was still hanging on to old ideas of what things should be. So no, I think he's good. Big up Adam. Thanks. He's dead, right? Adam. Pretty convinced. Not our hearts though. That's right.
Hi Jay.
Hi.
So I have a friend. She met you recently, and she wanted to ask you if you knew how to spell the word tattoo.
Tatto. Is it her? So here's a funny story that I think is funny. There's a young lady who gets tattoos, and she was like, I want you to write something down, and whatever it is, I'll get a tattoo, which is a big responsibility. And so I wrote down, this isn't even my worst tattoo. I was like, I was like, I'm spelling worst right? Like I made sure I spelled worst correctly. I didn't double check tattoo. I forgot to buy a vowel. But I think it works for the tattoo, because it's not even her worst tattoo, because she has a lot of other ones. And she's posted it online. If you can find it, it's fantastic. Yeah, thank you. Of course. This is my worst tattoo.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, with you on the Parma Violet, because they taste like a sweet that was left in like a grandma's purse and the cookies filled
Exactly,
in
like it was just dipped in her perfume and fermented.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But some people love it, it's not for me. My question is, obviously, Adam went unwillingly to become a vessel for Michael.
Yeah, consent, am I right?
And then was in the pit with him for like a million years.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think happened between the two of them to resolve their relationship to the point where it was at the end of the show, where they like could take turns and share a vessel and be okay with it?
Ma'am, there's children in the audience. I can't make good conscious. Answer that question. No, I like to think. What? I'm sure. Let's be fair, they were already doing it. Well, here's the thing. Like, people ask me, oh, what would you, like, you were gone so long, what would you change? Like, if you could come back earlier? And I got to the point where I thought it was funny that I was gone so long, and that became the joke. But more than that, when I got the script for my return episode, and I saw what they were doing, that there was this sort of symbiotic relationship, what I saw was an opportunity to show a friendship that developed into a sort of codependency, but like a healthy one that exists. Because they spent so much time, and because, like I said, Adam forgives, and I think God forgives, and so does Adam. And I think through that process, they leaned on each other, and so that as an actor, that's kind of that's what excited me. Was like, oh, I feel like now that like they've had all this time, I can really allow them to have found that thing where it's like it's unspoken. They can switch back and forth as if it's normal, and so that wouldn't have happened if there wasn't that much time away. So, yeah, thank you.
I have a spicy sprinkles question for you. I felt like it was time we return to that.
I think so.
Have you ever heard of the YouTube show Hot Ones?
Yes, I have.
Would you be open, how open would you be to a collaboration with Hot Ones for an episode where instead of using like sauces, they use your sprinkles because you said you want them to be as hot as possible?
Yeah, I mean, first we got to manufacture these sprinkles. A couple of years ago, I sold hot sauces. We did like this company Stans that does they collaborate with actors, and you create something, you sell it, like part of it goes to charity. It's really fun to be a part of. And we had made hot sauce, and so I filmed a skit of Adam and Michael doing a Hot Ones episode where Adam was interviewing Michael and eating the hot sauce. So in a way, I've already copyright infringed and did that. But man, Hot Ones is scary. Like Conan O'Brien's episode is wild. I don't know that I would do very good on that show, but who knows? Someday. Yeah, I'll have to manufacture the sprinkles first. Thanks. Jake's spicy sprinkles. Spread them. Yeah.
Angela, my question is, if you could have only one type of fruit for the rest of your life, what fruit would it be and why?
If I could have one what for the rest of my life?
Fruit?
Fruit? Fruit?
Yeah.
Fruit's very popular in my house. I have children. And we talked about this. And if I could only have one for the rest of my life, it's definitely between blueberries and bananas. It's definitely between those two. And I eat those about every day. But I think I would have to go with blueberries. They're the best fruit. No? Not a blueberry place? Do you know what blueberries are? Yes. Yeah, they're delicious. What would you... I thought you guys answered that earnestly. Do you know what blueberries are? Yes. We just don't eat them. What would be your fruit?
Okay, so like, blueberries are actually pretty low on my list for favorite fruits.
Okay.
Not that great, honestly.
Okay.
I would have to choose bananas or watermelon, because watermelon is like really good.
Okay.
And it's like only available in the summer, and because I love it too much.
Ooh, maybe sumo oranges. You ever had a sumo orange?
Yeah.
Yes, they're only available for like a month a year, and they're the best. They're the best citrus fruit ever invented, because they were literally invented.
I shall try.
You should. You have to wait till next year because the season already passed. But next like March, you look for oranges that have like a big knot on the top, like a sumo knot, and that's how you open it. And they're so expensive, but it's definitely worth it. Thank you. I thought bananas would have been more divisive. I feel like bananas are like a love-hate fruit.
Hello, Mr. Abel.
That's more like it.
I'm Ezra. I was at Jake and Chill last night.
I know.
Traumatized you.
I know. Thank you for showing some respect.
You're welcome, Mr. Abel. My question is, do you know the comedian Bo Burnham? And
Hell
if you
yeah,
do, what is your favorite special or album or song?
Oddly enough, I was couple days before I came here, I took my guitar out on my patio because the weather was really nice, and I was just singing a bunch of my favorite songs. And I love to sing That Funny Feeling. There it is again, that funny feeling. I'm telling this song, it's like, it's scary good. That whole special, Inside, right? Isn't it called Inside? They made during COVID it's unbelievably good. How he didn't win the Grammy, I don't know, because his writing was fantastic. But That Funny Feeling, I think is that. But the one that gives me like the internet, Welcome to the Internet. Ooh, that song gives me like the chills. It's just so like dark and real. Anyway, yeah, I love Bo Burnham. I loved 8th Grade too. I want him to make more films. He's a fantastic filmmaker. Very funny guy. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm wondering if you can tell us what it takes for you to get into the Michael character versus the Adam character, and what it's like switching off.
The process kind of happened relatively quickly as far as like when I returned. So I got the script, like I said, and I saw what was happening on page. And Richard Speight was directing my episode, which I was very excited about. Not only because like he's a great friend and a great director, but I was able to text him as I was going through it. And as I was reading, there was just something that was like a small shift that was happening between them for me. It's very slight, but like it felt to me like natural. But it felt like this little physical and vocal shift. And I called him and was like, hey, so I got this idea where like, I don't know how you're gonna film it, but I think I know. When I switch back and forth in those couple scenes, can we try to do it without putting like flames in my eyes to show that I'm changing between them? Can we let that live in performance? And he was like, yeah, dude. He was like, we'll give it a try. And I was like, and if it doesn't work, if you have to do something in post, then fine. But I really strive to not let that be the case. And it's just like any other character. It's just that it was just like their intentions and their worldview, right? And like how they viewed, each of them viewed the world and what they needed to accomplish. So it was just kind of like feeling out that little physicality shift where there's like more of a heaviness on Michael and a lightness on Adam, and then just going between those symbiotically. It's hard to explain at this point. It is kind of like just feeling it out and like listening for the cues. Yeah. Thank you. I walk on set like this. This is my Michael. Yeah, we're like, no.
Hello.
Hi.
So my question is, if Adam were in the world of Percy Jackson, who do you think his godly parent would be, and do you think he would get along with Luke?
Who would Adam's
Godly
parent be? Who's the biggest jerk of the gods? I think it'd be. I was gonna say Zeus. He's got a lot of kids, right? Why not Adam could be? Zeus is really the John Winchester of Greek mythology. It has been said, historians say it, not just me. Yeah, I would go with Zeus. Did you have a different thought? All right, good. Thanks. Hello.
I was wondering, is there a fan experience or an experience that you had with a different actor that's like kept you awake at night? Like something they said or did that just like you think about from time to time?
A lot of stuff happens on the stage that keeps me up at night. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did that. No, an experience that keeps me awake at night.
Yeah, like something with like a fan or another actor that just you think about from time to time, like why did that happen? Why did they say that? Like something like that.
No, but I had one this weekend. Patty Ann, are you in the house? Hey, there she is! Where's your daughter, Patty Ann? You didn't think I'd remember your name, huh? No, this stuff keeps me up at night. I remember everything. Here's a funny story. Patty Ann walks up to my table yesterday and goes, "Me and my daughter thought you were a jerk. We thought you were full of yourself. But then we saw a panel and realized you're so funny. And now we like you." And I said, thank you, Patty, and I appreciate that. I'm glad I changed your mind. And then I said, what was it about me that made you think that? Was it the characters I played? She goes, no. That kept me up last night. I'll let it go eventually, Patty Ann, but not today. No, this is my time, Patty Ann. This is my stage now. But we changed your mind. That's what's most important. Thank you.
Hi, Jake.
Hi.
When I was younger and wanted to...
Tina Wynn, right?
Yes.
Goddamn, so trapped today.
You're good.
You want to hear what Tina Wynn said to me earlier? No, I'm just kidding.
What? Okay, so my parents made me stay at school when I wanted to act.
Yeah.
What was it like for you, being a child, growing up acting?
Oh, I wasn't so much a child. I didn't start until I was 15 and a half. So I wasn't like a child. And it wasn't like I had like success super fast either, which is a great gift. It's just been a long, gradual rise, which as much as sometimes you're like, oh, I wish I was this and I wish I was that. Like in my experience, having been friends with child actors, I'm on the luckier path because it's not good for children. I know maybe one actress who started very young, who is the loveliest person and one of my, a close friend. But that's because her mom is a badass and kept her from going to parties and all that stuff. But that's rare. And I had parents that were like that too, that really protected me, and then I protected myself once I turned 18. So yeah, I'm lucky, but yeah. Thanks. Thank you. What up, Rach?
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
How dare you?
Always lovely to see you. If Adam was to come back in season 6 like he was supposed to, how do you think the dynamic with the brothers would have been? Do you think Adam would have caught on really quickly, or, what do you think would have happened?
Yeah, I think he would have definitely surprised them and gotten them out of a few scrapes, but I don't think it was the life for him. I think he would have rejected it. A follow-up?
Because he was pretty mad, do you think maybe he would have stayed kind of with that, but also helped them out when they got hurt or whatnot?
If he had to, but I think, I don't know why, I think that he'd be like, y'all's life is not fun. Traveling around too much. I don't know, I feel like he's more of a normal guy. And I think it'd be funny if they kept dragging him into stuff and he was reluctantly like, God, I have to keep saving you guys. He goes to college, has to come back and fight for stuff. That's my mythology, unwritten mythology. Thank you. Go Rangers.
Hi, Jake.